Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm not even gonna waste your time. We're gonna just jump right into it. The bike has an oil leak. Last time I rode it, the bike was smoking. Pretty much at every stoplight when I sat there, like the oil was dripping to the exhaust and it kept smoking. And it was kind of embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a little embarrassing because it's a nice bike and it was kind of only smoke coming from the exhaust. And I got home and I noticed an oil leak. So it's dripping oil. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to start tearing into the bike and kind of have an idea where the oil is coming from and what's going on exactly. And here's the bike, of course, you guys have seen it. And you see that towel down there on the ground? I kind of have it there just because the oil was dripping off the bike, or right in that area dripping down. So I'm gonna pull the bike from there, put it in the center of the garage, then we're gonna remove the plastics, and then we're gonna look and see what's going on down there. Pretty much what we're gonna do is we're going to remove the lower fairing down here on both sides. I'm gonna do it on both sides, do the lower fairing. Now I'll probably put the front stand on up to lift the bike up a little bit more. I know this freaking oil leak. You kind of see it, the oil right there. It's getting all on the exhaust and it's smoking. The previous owner told me that it was a canister, but my dumbass didn't even check. And I'm realizing there's a freaking oil leak. I'm not sure where the oil's coming from. I'm hoping it's just leaking from this this thing right here. That's what I'm hoping. But it's only one way to find out once I actually get in there and actually start taking the scrap apart. There's some sitting oil right there. Look like there's some residue up there too, dripping off the top. Look at all that right there. That's right here. Looks like oil and residue all right there too. So that right there. I think that's oil right there. Yeah, this is oil residue down here, coming from up here, drip down the exhaust. The bad thing about leaks like this is when you're going, there's no telling where the leak is actually coming from. But from this side, that's kind of, you can see on the exhaust and inside the exhaust. I try to wipe some of it off, but it's a lot of oil residue. There's some residue right here. I'm gonna take this off and clean that oil off right there. And there's more residue right there. So there's really, honestly, I'm not sure where this oil leak is coming from, but you can see it dripping off right there. What I'm about to do, I'm gonna wipe everything down and clean it. Yeah, guys, check this out. This is on the backside of the heat guard. All oily residue and stuff. It almost seems as if it's leaking from the oil cooler. That's where all the standing oil is. So I'm hoping it's just the oil cooler maybe. All right, guys, I'm being a little bit too picky. The oil right here is stainless. I'm just using some Neverdual, some metal polish to get this oil residue off. So I'm gonna do that and polish all this stuff up. But I think I might have figured out where the leak is. I cleaned it up already. But this oil cooler, there's a bunch of fluid all right here. And I checked the fasteners and this one was loose and this one right here was loose and this was loose. So I'm hoping one of those is what caused the oil leak. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but the bike is 2 quarts low. You can look in right here. You don't see nothing in the glass. I know I got it on the stands, but I had it off the stands and I was shaking it, and I still wasn't able to get any oil show up in here. So I'm gonna drain the oil and see how low it is, and then probably while I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and change the oil while I'm at it. All right, guys, got everything ready. And this is what we're gonna put into the Ducati. And then this filter. The reason I got this filter is because it's a little cheaper than the OEM. Usually I don't put this oil in here. Usually I put this oil. But I didn't put this oil. I'm not gonna put this oil on the bike because I'm honestly not sure, just because I just got this bike and I figured I'd get some good oil in there. But usually I put this T6 Rotella in there, and I've never had any issues with any of my bikes, and I've put it in 3 different CBR 1000RRs, a couple R1s, 636 Kawasaki, and a couple other bikes, and I've never had any issue with this oil, especially considering it is here. This is what you usually have to watch out for when you put on a bike for wet clutches and stuff. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna put in the bike. So let's get started. I'm not sure if you can see that line, but it is at the 2-quart part. These Ducatis take 3.7 quarts. So yeah, it's almost 2 quarts low. All right, I'm just wiping the oil off. This is what I like to see, oil. This is the moment of truth, and we're about to see where the oil leak is and go from there. I'm gonna point out one more thing to you guys. Keep in mind, I believe it's this bolt. I tightened this one, and even this one was loose. I'm not sure if this will have anything with the leaking oil, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping that might have something. You can see seepage and stuff on these other areas right there, but I'm not really worried about that stuff. I think seepage through the seals and stuff is a common thing for Ducatis, but I'm more worried about, you know what I mean, like the trail of oil all the way down. But I got everything cleaned up. About to start the bike up, let it run for a little bit, and fingers crossed. I guess we're about to see. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, but there was a lot of smoke right there. Sorry guys, I had to have earplugs on because they're so freaking loud. But here, let me show you what I saw. I turned you guys on while it was smoking, but I think it was burn off from some of the old oil that was on there. But I am not seeing anything leaking. I let it run all the way until it got to about 215, and I'm not seeing anything running at all. I think it was coming from the oil cooler, like those fasteners that I pointed out. I'm hoping, but as of right now, I'm not sure. The only thing I saw was smoking, but the smoking was coming from the H2 sensor right there, and then under there, in which they had a buildup of residue. I showed you guys on the back side of it previously, of like the oil running down it. So it has a bunch of residue right there to where it was burning oil off. And then just on this exhaust pipe, everything else looked pretty, not gonna lie, everything else looked pretty solid. Of course, there's still that residue on other parts of the engine, but so what? I'm not worried about that. I'm not seeing, but you see that little buildup right there at O2 since I try to polish it more. I'm gonna polish it a little bit more before I put the bike back together. But yeah, there's that. And that was the only part that was smoking around the H2 sensor. Thanks for checking out the channel today. And hopefully, we can get into something else on here, but I'm sure there's gonna be something. But if I do find that, if it starts leaking while I'm riding or something, I'm gonna be sure to let you guys in on what's going on with it. But as of right now, I think tightening up that oil cooler did the job so far. Anyways, I hope so. I really hope so, because I don't feel like dicking around with it. But I think that did the job. I'm gonna put the bike back together and then test drive it again and see what I see. And if I don't see anything, cool. If I do, I'm gonna let you guys know. Just like that, I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. Peace.